Matters and Form sent me this scanner for review. Yeah, I like the color. Here is the Wi-Fi antenna. The calibration board. Paper, user manual. This is a turntable. They have a magnetic connector for the turntable. And the top of the turntable is a silicone materials. The tripod, a stand for a calibration board. And this is the small calibration board. AC adapter, a 12 volt 5 amps. This is 60 watts power. I need a US plug. And here is the scanner. You can see here there's 2 cameras and 1 projector. And in the back we have power buttons, a DC jack, a LAN cable, a turntable, Wi-Fi antenna connector. What I have read about this is that it has a processing unit inside of the scanner so that you don't need to connect this to the PC or a mobile phone. So what you scan will be processed and controlled inside of the scanner. But you need to connect your phone or a tablet to get the display from the scanner because it doesn't come with the display unit. Here's some plastic to peel off. Okay, let's do the setup and see how it goes. Yeah, the chassis of the scanner is made from metal. I think it's made from aluminum. Okay, let's connect the power. Okay, it's flexible because this is a single shot scanner. It shot one scan at a time. It can be used like the other scanner that you can hold and scan. This has to be set up on a tripod. There's a fan inside here. It's like it's projecting something. Matter and forms. Connect your device to Wi-Fi. Connect the LAN cable. Okay, now after connecting to the Ethernet cable, I can get into the control panel. So I'm going to update the firmware. I'm checking for the update. Okay, let's try with the Wi-Fi. And then you click here, setting, network. And then it shows Wi-Fi here. Click on the network that you want to connect and then it will ask you for the password. After enter the password, the scanner will try to connect to the Wi-Fi and now it's joined. So now I can remove the LAN cable. Now every time I turn on the scanner, it will connect to my home Wi-Fi network. Okay, so let's do the first scan. Because my desk is very small, so I prefer to put it on a tripod so that I can move it further away. And I put a quick release plate from the camera on this scanner so that I can quickly mount it on a tripod. And you need access to the AC outlet to power the scanner. If you're scanning a small object, you're gonna need a small calibration board and the stand. So the setup is easy, just turn it on. You can hear the fan start running and it will project the light. So I'm going to open a sample project that I have scanned. So you can walk anywhere in your room, on your couch, and operate a scanner. So this is a 3D model that I scan with the color. You can turn the color on, color off. You can add the scan. You can do everything from here. But as soon as you close the browser, this is Chrome browser on Android tab, the scanner will be disconnected. So whatever it was doing, like processing the mesh, it will stop, it will disconnect it. See here, let's try. I never tried this before. Matters form.local. As you can see that using a phone is not a good idea because the user interface is too big for the phone. So I suggest that you connect it to the tablet or your PC or laptop with a bigger screen. As I'm in the Chrome browser of my PC, you cannot use Edge browser to access the scanner. So when you come into the screen here, they will have a project menu. The device comes with 16 GB of the storage. And the unit that I have has 32 gigs only lucky 5 people will get this because they only have 5 units. Okay, here's a project that I scanned. You can see that they optimize the files, so each project use a very small amount of the storage data. Most of them is less than 100 megabytes. Okay, today I'm going to demonstrate scanning with the scanner. If you want to create a new project, click on new project and then you're gonna name it demo. You have only one button available. Here is the add scan, and then you come into this window. On the left is your left camera, on the right is your right camera. You won't be seeing anything because I haven't put anything on the table yet, so let's do that. Okay, this is the first object that we are going to 3D scan with the Handsfree scanner. It's the model that comes with the CR scan author. Very good for doing the test for the scanner. So I will put it on the center of the table. You can see that on the table they have a circle, so the small object will be around this circle. So the table is about 22 centimeters wide. The resolution of the scanner is depend on the distance from the object to the scanner. So if you put the scanner closer to the object, it will give you a higher resolution. But if the object is larger, you need to back off the scanner so that you will see all of the object on the table. I will be moving the scanner closer to the inner circle here, so that when the turntable rotates, the object will still be in the line of the projector. So if the object is outside the projector like this, it won't be captured. You need to put the scanner as close to the object as possible. And the minimum distance from the object to the scanner is 22 centimeters. So if you go too close, it will not capture because it's out of focus. Adjust the level. And you can see there is a focus point of the left camera. You're gonna put it on the center of the object. So here you can move your camera just a bit to make it in the center here, because we put object very close. We put the focus here. I forgot to plug in the turntable. It's just a magnetic plug here. There. 3 tabs. First tab is the exposure tab of the camera. First, by default, the projector brightness is set to 100, and this is the exposure, same as the camera, the time for the shutter. And you're gonna need to adjust the exposure until all the LED color is gone. So if I put it here, so it's a lot of LED color over exposure. So I'm going to slide it to the left, and I still see the LED color here. So I'm gonna move the projector brightness to the left until it's gone. So this is the luminance of the projector. Again here, I usually left it to the left side here because it will give noise. Next to that is the capture. We have scan density, low, medium, and high, because this one is going to be used for comparison. I'm going to set it to high. And I will also capture the texture. It doesn't take long time, and this scanner is very good at capturing the texture and map it to the geometry. A turntable, this is how it works. So the scanner will make a single shot. So you can choose either it will be 2 scan, 3 scan, 4 scan, 5 scan, or 6. I find that 6 will be best for 360 degrees. Each scan will take 60 degrees of the rotation. And sweep is when you want to scan just one side of the object. Like here, I want to scan just the front part, so I sweep just the front part. You can set it to like 5 degrees to a full rotation. Okay, here's the rotate buttons that you can click, and the turntable will move every time you start the scan, or every time you move your scanner in relative to the turntable. You need to calibrate. This is their approach for making a 3D scan. So I'm going to click on calibrate the turntable. It says that you put your object on the turntable. So I click on confirm. Now it will ask you to put on the calibration board. This is the calibration board. They come in 2 sizes because we are using a small object scanning. The small calibration board is the proper size for scanning a small object. You can put it either way, this way or this way, but I prefer to put it this way because it can sit flush You see here, you see the line here? You need to make sure that when you insert the card, it sits flush with the holder. So if it doesn't flush, I mean one side in an angle like this, it will fail to calibrate and it will tell you that the card is not fully seated. So it's important. Okay, now you need to remove the object. Place your board here in the center. You can see that the scanner detects the dots on the screen. They use it for calibration so that the scanner will know their position in relative to the turntable. So this is how they stitches the 6 scan that we're going to do together by knowing the position of the scanner and the turntable. So I'm going to click on the calibrate. I'm going to do this about 4 or 5 times. They turn in around 120 degrees. We're going to put the object in the same place. I will click on start the scan and it will fire up the first shot. So the first scan is here. See the out demo. Textures also come. They have a slider here in the bottom that you can slide it to see just the point cloud. And you can see that the black eye is not scanned. The owl has the black eyes. The nails of the toe is black. We set the exposure to capture the light color, the brown and the white, and the shell of the eggs. The exposure is too dim for the black color. So this is a drawback for that it won't be able to capture both black and white, the high contrast scene at the same time. I have a solution for that. I'll talk about that later. So here on the light, you have a 6 shot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And one thing to notice that it removes everything on the table. It's not because it's black. I think they optimize the software to remove everything under the object. There's some missing part. The bottom part is missing. The top of the toe is missing. I'm gonna flip his face down like this so that we can scan the bottom of the shell. So I'm going to click add scan. The object is in focus on both camera, so you don't have to recalibrate it. Okay, we have a first scan and second scan. This is the second scan. Each color is a single shot of the scan and then they merge it. They have auto merging. And you can also pick point, same as other scanner. So try auto first. They ask you to select the best object, which is the first one. So I will click on the continue. It will ask me to select alignment scan, which is the second scan. Continue. Now it's merged. And check the point cloud. Top of the head is not scanned. And missing part here, top of the toe. The bottom is a complete scan. So we are going to make a third scan. I will face him up like this for scanning this part. The object is still in focus. Scan for the third time. Okay, now we have 3 scans. Need to remove the clay. Select it and then you click delete. Alright, so I'm going to merge third to the first one. Okay, now look like we have a complete model. You need to go to this menu here, merge scan. It's asks you what to be merged. Now it's bundle. All the 3 scans together. So 18 scan will be merged together and it's come into this menu. They have a first step of the process, which is the mesh. Usually I click in medium. It will fill the holes, opening holes here, including the eyes. Okay, now the eye is in mesh. You can see that they close all the holes. By the way, I'm running on a 4K monitor. And you can see that I can spin around the model quickly. They're running out of the scanner. This is wireless from the scanner. Next step is that simplify and convert. And they have a slider here. This is the maximum value, 1.6 million polygons. And they have 2 choices for you, a triangle mesh and quad mesh. A quad mesh is good for bending the texture. And the triangle is good for general use. With the 1.6 million polygons, I never been able to successfully convert it. It's stuck even 1 hour. I wait for 1 hour and it's still processing. But if I slide down to just below 1 million and I hit simplify and convert, I won't need to wait that long. Wait for like 10 minutes. Okay, so now it has complete the remesh process. We capture this one with a texture. So I'm going to use texture command here. Texturize it. This step is quite fast. I'm gonna hit the back button here. The precision of the texture on the geometry from this scanner is very high. See here, there's no shifting at all. The painting of the worm is exactly the same as on the object. So the capture texture is with a very high accuracy. I will export this. Click on the hamburger menu. I'm going to export as an OBJ. So it will export both the mesh and the texture. The position of the color is exactly the same as in the model. Okay, let's look at the quality of the mesh. Okay, here's the owl that scanned from 3 scanner. Okay, to put that in a perspective, I'm going to compare it with the other scanner. The yellow one is scanned with the install Waker. The detail from the left 3 scanner is higher than the one from the Waker. You can clearly see from the feeder here. And if you look closely at the shell of the eggs, the Waker has an orange peel. 3 scanner has no orange peel. This object was applied the same materials, the metallic materials, only changing the color. So the reflection roughness is the same. And if you look at the back of the head here, you can see that from the 3 scanner has more definition, more detail of the head. See, with the Waker, it's kind of softer, and this one has more detail. And also the eggshells on the Waker, it has a rough surface comparing with the 3 scanner, very smooth. So I give a 3 scanner the winner for this comparison. Okay, next I'm going to compare this with the CR Scan Otter, the scanner that comes with this owl. As you can see that the Otter is softer, less detail. The detail under the eyes is more soft, and if you look at the black eyes, the Otter does better in that department. It can capture back color very well. So the black eye is more round, and let you see for yourself. And if I look at the head here, the back of the head, you can clearly see that the Otter is softer, is lesser detail than a 3 scanner. And the smoothness of the eggshell, the Otter is smoother than a 3 scanner. See here is smoother, and this one is really rough. So I would say comparing between these 3 scanner, 3 give best scanning result for this object, and it's the only one scanner that can give a correct color texture. The other 2 cannot do this. Okay, let's move to the next object. Okay, let's try this one. It's a black vertical mouse. So I'm going to turn off the turntable and do a single shot and test the exposure 450. Because it's single shot, I don't need to calibrate. See here? So I'm gonna use this setting, turn the turntable back on, capture in the medium density, and I need to calibrate the turntable. The calibration board onto this. I think this will work. But I want to scan the bottom part here and flip this one. Okay, let's merge the second one to the first one. Okay, it's merged successfully. I'm gonna mesh it. I'm going to remesh with 1 million with a ray tracing. Okay, let's compare it to the author. It's from CI Scan author. Same here, same condition, not using the spray. The surface is smoother. But you can see here the scroll wheel. If you look at the scroll wheel, see the detail here on the scroll wheel. It's missing here on the author. The detail of the scroll wheel is better on the 3 scanner, and also if you look at the button here on the 3 scanner is sharper than the other. The gap between the left switch here more pronounced, but on the other is kind of blur out. So the sharpness on the 3 scanner is better. The side buttons from the 3 scanner is sharper. You can see here it's sharper. And it's a bit mushier on the CI Scan author. Okay, let's flip this over. And the author managed reflective black better than Handsfree, because you see the mouse feet, which is very glossy. The author done better job, but considering the sharpness, Handsfree does better. And for the effort that takes to make this scan, I would say Handsfree is easier to scan if you are a beginner. And for the author, I made this scan in one single scan. There's no merging in the software, but you need to use hand and eyes coordination to get tracking. See here the texture of the palm rest. It's more pronounced on the Handsfree. So I think Handsfree is good at 1 degree for a darker object. If it's not glossy, they can scan it. If it's glossy, probably need to put a light spray on. Okay, let's move to the next object. Okay, my next object will be this mouse. It's white color, and I will scan with the texture. I'm going to spray the bottom part of the mouse to put a light spray so that the scanner can be capture this easily and still see the texture. I'm going to calibrate the turntable. I'm going to remove the board, put the mouse back on. Okay, I'm going to spray the back side of the mouse and flip it over and scan it. The powder won't get inside the mouse. I'm going to merge the... Okay, it's merged quickly. In an object with a contrast color here, for example, they have white and black as contrast color. If you can apply a thin layer of the spray, Handsfree can capture this and it still can see the original color. On the left we have Handsfree, and on the right is the author. You can see that we have a similar result. The Handsfree give a much better detail on the scroll wheel. And if you look at the panel gap, Handsfree give a better sharper edge. So the Handsfree with a lighter color, it give a very smooth surface, same level as the author. The sharpness here, look at the edge here. The Handsfree has a sharper edge than the author. Here, the edge here is kind of is more pronounced than the author. You can see the projector lines here because it's used structural light. You can see the logo from the very obvious here, but you won't see it here with the author. It's very faint. Okay, it's quite obvious that the side buttons from the Handsfree is more complete, more sharper than the author. Okay, let's flip it over. The one on the right is the Handsfree, and the one on the left is the other. Okay, it's quite obvious that Handsfree give much better sharpness than the other. There's more detail and sharpness. Texture mapping of the two scanner. On the right is the Handsfree, and on the left is the other. You can see here, give much better accurate texture mapping than the other. If you see here, there's some defects here. There's pink color that's come up, but here it's all sharp. The side buttons, perfect texture. But here you see here, for the other, the pink color, the stain, the white color here, it misplaced, and you can see that there is some other paint that shouldn't be here. It's appear in the front here, and also here too, and also on the scroll wheel, the color from the other place shows here. But if you look at the Handsfree, is where it's supposed to be white is white. You see the line here on the sides. On the other, it's not there. The seam line here is gone. Okay, let's look at the bottom, which has a black color. Handsfree gave a sharper texture, and if you zoom in to the barcode, you cannot read anything here. It's lower than the one from Handsfree. You can read the serial number of this mouse. And the last object for this review, I will 3D scan the vest here. It's quite reflective, and I'm going to scan with the texture about 36 centimeters. So I'm going to refocus. To the table. Put the waist back here. Okay, the merging is done. So I'm going to flip this over. Just 180 should be enough. I'm going to merge the third scan to the first one. Okay, here's the result of the 3D scan with the texture from Handsfree. You can see the white dot here is actually from my desk lamp that I didn't turn it off. Export folder. You see that they have texture files here. If you double click it, so what you have to do is just the white reflection out by using photo editing software. You just use your clone stamp and clone the color next to it, like so. It's very easy. Here's the model that I have removed the reflection of the light. The reflection from the desk lamp is all gone. So you can fix this texture very easy. So this is a very good scanner for a 3D scan object with color. Look at that. This looks very real to me. But if I have time, I can adjust a color to match the color of the vest. I think this is even better than photogrammetry. Okay, I make more video about this scanner because this one is already too long. Thanks you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.